this sports broadcast.
And the Red Raiders in the last inning put 3 up and took 3 down. And they'll try to have similar results in the second. And Fuller with the pitch, and a swing and a miss for Miller. A phrase I've said many times already with Fuller in the circle. And right down the middle, great pitch by Fuller. Caught Miller looking. Fuller's pitch, and that one's taken down. Split the first baseman and second baseman right into the gap down at right field. And the first base hit of the game for the Sluggers. As Miller will switch out. And number 5, Kaylee James, comes into the game to run for Miller. As number 33, Lily Perot shows up. And going to try for the steal to second, and it will succeed. And I'm sorry, it's Gianna Tagler, number 15, in the game, not Kaylee James. As 1 strike is on the board. And pitch a little wide. Be a ball. 1-1 count for number 33, Lily Perocho. And high pitch there. Perocho, the pitcher in the last game for Schaumburg, and she was lights out. If I recall correctly, 7 strikeouts in that game for Perocho. And that one was close, called a ball. 3-1 count. Batter's count, as they say, for Perocho. And that one's wide. And Perocho's going to walk, and Tagler will take off to third. Perocho walks, Tagler on third. And no outs here yet for the Sluggers, as Gonzalez will hit that one foul. Number 17, Ariana Gonzalez. And that's a high pitch. Perocho is going to take off to second and will make it, as the catcher is focused on the pick back at third. And runners on second and third now for the Sluggers. 1 strike, no outs. And that one is hit foul as well. And a 1-2 count for Gonzalez. And that one's hit foul as well. Tough bind to get out of here for the Red Raiders, as no outs and 2 runners on. 2 runners in scoring position, no less. And that one's hit fly to the shortstop, and a great catch is made. No double play, but 1 out. As the next batter comes up for the Sluggers. And it is number 8, Giselle Ramos. And a ball as catcher throws the pick back to third, and Tagler stays. And the pitch is high. 2 balls for Ramos, no strikes. Fuller with a nice pitch. Ruled a strike. 2-1 count. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Has another pitch down the middle by Fuller, and that'll be 2 strikes. Huntley trying to work their way out of this bind here. Strikeout would be a nice way to start doing so. And that one's tipped foul. Sixth pitch of this at-bat. Ramos doing a good job of keeping it alive. And a swing and a miss. Said it before, strikeout would be a great way to do that, and it's exactly what Jessica Fuller just did. Struck out Ramos swinging, and number 12, Brady Meineke, come to the plate. Two outs, 2 runs. Watch Tagler. She's been trying to take off this whole time, and with 2 outs, she might get more aggressive and try to drive in a run here, even if there's not a hit. Although she would need an errant pitch to do so, and right now, Fuller's pitches are on point. Or at least the catcher's catching all of them. So that last one, the ball, 1-1 count. And that one is launched out towards right field and is up and will land fair. And a single by Meineke drives in Gianna Tagler. My mistake, that was a foul ball. Looked to be fair to me, from my vantage point. All that excitement for nothing. 1-2 count. And that pitch is low. As that one is out towards right field and foul as well. Meineke keeping this at-bat alive. It's been a long one so far. 2 runners on, 2 outs. And that one also tips foul. And that throw to second to first connects, and no runs get driven in. The Red Raiders managed to get out of that bind, and they maintain their lead 2-0. And that will do it for the second inning, and we will be back after a short break. And we are back. We are back for the third inning here of the championship game at the Red Raiders I-90 Invite Fast Pitch Softball Tournament. The Red Raiders currently lead the Sluggers 2-0. And that will be a bunt that goes foul for number 7, Cara Fishman. And that's a ball. The 1-1 count. And a swing and a miss for Fishman. And that ball is up towards right field and foul. A 1-2 count for Fishman. Miller with 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, and a flyout now as she catches that one by Fishman. And I believe we are back at the top of the order for the Red Raiders. As we are, Sophia Erickson back up to the plate. 1 out, no runners on. And that one is off the glove of the pitcher and thrown to first from the shortstop. And she is out. And Sophia Erickson's second at-bat ends just the way the first one did, grounding out to first. As Kylie Deegan up to the plate. Two outs, no runners on. And that one is taken down towards right field and caught by the second baseman, and the throw to first lands as Deegan will ground out to first. And we went 3 up, 3 down in the second for the Red Raiders. A fly out and 2 ground outs as the Sluggers get ready to take over for the bottom of the third, trying to get some runs on the board. Huntley so far done a pretty good job of keeping the Sluggers at base so far. And don't forget, this inning brought to you by Custom Heating and Cooling of Chicagoland. For all of your heating or cooling needs, count on Custom Heating and Cooling of Chicagoland, featuring sales, installation, and 24-hour emergency service. Find them online at customheating.com. One more time, that's customheating.com. Custom Heating and Cooling, powered by Bryant. Whatever it takes. The bottom of the third here in a fairly quick-moving game so far. As Fuller back in the circle. And looking ready to take their place at the plate is number 3, Sophia Guillen. And the Sluggers desperately need to get something going here as that one bounces and over the head of the first baseman, and Guillen's going to take off to second. Throw a little over the head of the first baseman, and it meant a double for Sophia Guillen. And back up to the top of the lineup for the Sluggers as Isabella Lara is back up to the plate. Runner on second, no outs. And that pitch is high. A 1-0 count for Lara. And Fuller with the pitch. And that one's tipped foul. Still have the runner on second. As the pitch is thrown, and that one's put up and right into the gap at center field. And Lara will get a single, and Guillen will take an extra base. A blooper right into center field. Results in 2 runners on, tying run at first base for the Sluggers here in the bottom of the third. Fuller with the pitch. And going to take off to second is Lara. And Guillen thought about trying to take home. Did not, will slide into third. And a stolen base for Lara almost turns into an opportunity, but Guillen could not get to home in time. And now we have runners on second and third. And that pitch goes wide outside of Kovaka. And a 1-1 count. And that one is hit towards the third baseman, and the throw to first is going to be close. And I believe they're calling that a foul ball. So they're calling it out. And 1 out, and a run driven in by the Sluggers. And Lara goes back and safe at third base. I thought the tag got there in time. And looks like Lara thought she might have been out too. Was headed back towards the dugout. Meeting going on at the moment. And a 0-1 count for Sarah Donahue. Guillen drove in on the last at-bat. Now they will try to drive Lara in on this one, and that one's up towards center field and caught. And the tag is made for the double play for the Red Raiders, as they will get out of that one only giving up 1 run. A great play there by the Red Raiders fielding team to get off the field and come back to bat. And that will end the third inning. And the Red Raiders lead the Sluggers by a score of 2-1, and we'll be right back after a short break.
Is trained, reliable, trustworthy, someone who has been serving the Elgin community and is a Factory Bryant certified company. Look no further. Custom Heating and Cooling have been serving the Elgin area for over 20 years, and it would be our pleasure to serve you.
One thing that I think makes us special is that we go the extra mile for each and every one of our customers. From the time the phone rings, booking of the appointment, to our technician showing up, to the job being completed, we do whatever it takes to make sure that our customers are 100% satisfied.
Custom Heating and Cooling focuses on you and your needs, and we won't rest until you're satisfied. From maintenance to installations, Custom has you covered. Call 847-622-7483 to schedule your service today. Custom Heating and Cooling, trained, reliable, trustworthy.
And we are back for the 4th inning here at the Huntley Red Raiders I-90 Invite Fast Pitch Softball Tournament. Try saying that 10 times fast. As Aubrey Miller in the circle. And that one's taken down towards the second baseman, and the throw to first is out, and that was number 8, Olivia Golishko. the ground out to first. And next up, Claire Lieb for the Huntley Red Raiders. It's the second batter of this inning. Sluggers trying to get out of an inning with no runs, down 1. And that pitch will be a ball. And that one is knocked up, and it will be caught by the first baseman, Sarah Donahue. And a fly out to first for Claire Lieb. And Jessica Fuller will take the plate. And that one is just outside. Fuller, the pitcher in this one for the Red Raiders, and that one's a strike. Something she's very familiar with as a pitcher. As we have a 1-1 count with 2 outs. And that pitch is low. Two-one count, still a 2-1 ball game here in the top of the 4th. The Red Raiders looking to extend their lead. And that one is knocked up behind her head and hits the netting. Foul ball, time for the 5th pitch, this at bat. 2-2 count with 2 outs. And that one hit awkwardly, and that one is foul. Fuller keeps the at-bat alive. Make contact any way you can and keep the at-bat alive. And that one called a ball. At bat to 7 pitches with a full count, and another pitch fouled off. Never strike out in a fouled off pitch, so we keep going. As Fuller will be walked after a very lengthy at-bat. And the Red Raiders, as I figured, will substitute in number 13, Claire Lieb, as never have the pitcher run. And Danny Bzdushik up to the plate as the first pitch is high. And settling in here for the top of the 4th, 2 outs, 1 runner on for the Red Raiders. As that pitch is high, and Lieb's going to take off to second, and second baseman cannot get a hold of it, and Lieb will successfully steal second. As Bzdushik now looking at a 3-0 count. Lieb with her second stolen base of the game. And that one's up over the netting. And watch out for that one in the crowd, because that's where that one ended up. And Dushek looking at a 2-2 count. 2 outs. And that one's also fouled off. Sorry, it looks like they switched up the orders. Not Bzdushik up at the plate. It is number 26, Lauren Smythe. And she'll get a hit, and the throw to first is out, and Smythe will ground out to first base, and that will be the end of this one. Pick him up, put him down, and the Sluggers will attempt to tie this one up here in the bottom of the fourth. And don't forget, this inning brought to you by our good friend at Darryl Barnes Photography. For all your photographic needs, it's Darryl Barnes Photography for portraits, family and graduation photos, sports team photos, and more. Contact Darryl Barnes Photography at darrylbarnes.com. One more time, that's DERRYL Barnes.com. And the Red Raiders with Jessica Fuller back in the circle, as the Sluggers will try to tie this one up and potentially take the lead. Number 49, Aubrey Miller, up to the plate for the Sluggers. Fuller with 2 strikeouts today, 1 walk. And a great pitch by Fuller, I'm sorry, right down the middle on Miller. Their names mixed up. Both pitchers, it's bound to happen. As next pitch is out. And that one's a line drive down to the shortstop, and the throw to first is out. And Aubrey Miller will ground out with Lily Perocho. And Perocho keeps that one in play, and the pitcher with the throw to first, and that one's out as well. Said it once, I'll say it again. Pick them up, putting down. The Red Raiders are making quick work of the Sluggers here. 2 outs with Ariana Gonzalez up to the plate. And that is a ball. And Gonzalez with a line drive out towards the second base, and the throw is going to be close, and she's out. And 3 batters up and 3 batters ground out to first base, and that will close out the 4th inning. The Red Raiders still lead the Sluggers by a score of 2-1, and we'll be back for the 5th inning right after this. And we are back for the 5th inning here. This game going by rather quickly, if I do say so myself.
Hi, yes, this is me.
As the Red Raiders are ready to take the plate. Number 40, Danny Bezdushek, I'm sorry, now up to the plate. Start this inning off. Sluggers running out of opportunities. They don't want to be giving up any runs. As a great pitch by Aubrey Miller. Strike. And that one is caught by the first baseman or not. And it will be. And a fly out for Stuchek. And Carson Ledgerwood now up for the Red Raiders. 1 out, no runners on. The Red Raiders lead the Sluggers 2-1. And Miller with another great pitch for a strike. Two walks on the day for Miller and 1 strikeout. As pitch is a little low. And a 1-1 count with 1 out. All ones on the scoreboard. And Miller's pitch is out. And Ledgerwood knocks that one up and over the net. And another ball that found its way to the crowd. Huntley hitting with some power. If only they could keep those hits fair and not foul. In any case, Ledgerwood back up. And puts that one up, and there's my wish. It's fair, and it falls. Just could not get their hand on it, and Ledgerwood picks up a single. And number 6, Harper Wright, up to the plate now for the Raiders, Red Raiders. The championship game. Full of drama here from start to finish. As Ledgerwood starts to steal second, does not. What was that pitch?
I'll look.
Trying to steal second. And now she will try in the throw. And the tag does not make it in time. She's ruled safe. A big-time stolen base by Ledgerwood as Wright faces a full count. Runner on second now. And that one is knocked up towards right field and foul. Wright keeps this at-bat alive. Not a great situation for the Sluggers with 1 out and a runner in scoring position. But a strikeout could make this look a lot better for them. And Miller's pitch is out and a swing and a miss. And just as I say it, Miller picks up her 2nd strikeout of the day. I'm sorry, her 3rd strikeout of the day. As Jalen Fuentes up to the plate, 2 outs, a runner on second. And the pitch is a little high. Lights are coming on as the sun's going down here on the field. As that is tipped foul. It's getting a little cooler here as well. I can feel the breeze picking up. Trying to save my papers from going all over the place. The Red Raiders still lead the Sluggers 2-1. And a swing and a miss for Fuentes. And Ledgerwood starts to go, comes back to second. Pitchers count 1-2 and a swing and a miss for Fuentes. And that will end the inning, leaving Ledgerwood stranded on second, and the Red Raiders still lead the Sluggers 2-1 after the top of the 5th. And when we come back the bottom of the 5th, the Sluggers attempting to finally tie this one up. And we're making some contact, getting on bases, just haven't driven as many runs as we'd like. Great pitching performance so far by Jessica Fuller. And just overall, a great effort by the Red Raiders fielding team. Lots of groundouts, flyouts. Very fundamentally sound softball right now for the Red Raiders of Huntley, the namesake of the tournament. And maybe the winners of the tournament, if this holds. Won't make any grand conclusions yet, only a 1-run lead. And don't forget, this inning brought to you by our good friend Tom the Plumber. Tom the Plumber Inc., a family-owned and operated company committed to providing plumbing service and installations of the highest quality and craftsmanship. Tom the Plumber, honest and affordable. Visit Tom online on tomtheplumberinc.com. One more time, that's tomtheplumberinc.com. As Giselle Ramos, number 8 for the Sluggers, comes up to the plate. And a pitch and a strike. Fuller still in the circle for the Red Raiders when you start to maybe see pitching changes, but she has not been overworked by any means tonight. Make quick work of some of these batters as Ramos puts that one out to the third base line, throw to first, and she's out. And a ground out from third base to first base as Brandy Meineke takes the plate for the Sluggers. 1 out. Only one more inning to come back. 2 more, actually, as that one goes into the gap at center field. And a easy call for Meineke to stay safe at first base. Went off the hand of the pitcher, I believe, Jessica Fuller. As we have a runner on, and Sophia Guillen come to the plate. Had a double her first at-bat and drove a run in later in the inning. And we'll bunt this one, and we'll bounce off of her, and I'll call that a strike.
She's out.
And Guillen out. Thought it was called a strike, but she was taken out. And a 1-out count for the next batter, Isabel Lara, back up at the top of the order. Two outs for the Sluggers, 1 runner on, and a swing and a miss. One of my favorite calls to make. Nice, easy, and simple. And a strike. And a 1-1 count as Fuller with the pitch. And swinging that one is caught by the second baseman for Huntley. What a play there to end this inning. 1 runner left stranded, and we are through 5. The Hunt Valley Red Raiders lead the Sluggers 2-1. And we will be back with the final inning after a short break.
Hi, welcome to the Bear Family McDonald's. Thank you.
Lower seed finishes the inning, but I think it could be 6 or something.
And we are back here for the 6th inning as the Red Raiders prepare to take the plate. I've had a couple different games go 6 and a couple different games go 7 innings. So when I know how many innings this one will go, I will tell you, but could be the final inning for the Sluggers in any case. And the first pitch of the inning is a ball. Sophia Estorino at the plate, if I didn't say so already. Miller still in the circle. And this pitch is swing and a miss by Estorino. Looked like it went a little wide. Didn't necessarily need to swing at that one. A 1-1 count in a 2-1 game. Top of the 6th. And another swing and a miss for Estorino. And another ball. Miller can get this strikeout. It would be her 4th of the day. And Estorino looked like she thought she was going to get hit by that one. That one went high. And the count is full. And she out. Miller caught her looking, and first out of the inning, as now Kara Fishman up to the mound for the Red Raiders, hoping to extend their lead. Get on base first and knocks that one out towards the gap, towards right center. And what a play by Kara Fishman. A big-time single, a lot of power on that one, right into the gap. And the Red Raiders have another runner on base. Or a runner on base, I should say. And back up to the top of the order. Sophia Erickson 0 for 2 on the day so far. Let's see if she can get her first hit. And the first pitch is up and foul.
No, I'm just looking because I can't see it over here, so I'm looking at it through the screen.
Seems to be some discussion going on. Here's Donahue for the Sluggers is hurt. Looks to be laboring that leg just a little bit. She will stay in the game. Get back to the Erickson at bat. One strike on the board. And Erickson puts that one in play, and the throw to first and out. 3 at-bats for Erickson, 3 groundouts to first. However, in the process, Fishman will take second. And next up is Kylie Deegan for the Red Raiders. 2 outs, 1 runner on. And an outside pitch by Miller. Top of the 6th, what could be the final inning in this one is Deegan puts that one into the gap towards center field. And Fishman is going to try to take it home. It's a foot race. She's going to go back to third. And safe. As Deegan gets a double out of that. And we'll wind up at second. And 2 outs for the Sluggers. Runners at second and third. Looking to extend their lead, both in scoring position. As Olivia Galishko comes up to the plate. Miller with the pitch. And that one's down the third base line. The throw to first. And she out. And that will end the inning before any runs can be driven in for the Red Raiders. And the Sluggers just barely get out of that one, keeping this game a 2-1 game as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Don't forget, this game brought to you by our season sponsor, the Bear Family McDonald's, proud supporters of our community since 1967. Stop by one of their 30 area McDonald's restaurants today. And I'm telling you, I'll be stopping by one of those on the way home. I am starving. My 6th game of the day. Been here since about 10:30-ish. And I am Itchin gets some food. Fuller still in the circle for the Red Raiders, what could be the last inning of this game. I still don't know when we go 6 and when we go 7, but it seemed kind of arbitrary throughout the day. And Abby Kovac is starting off the inning for the Sluggers, only trailing by 1. And a great pitch by Fuller for a strike. And that one knocked foul. A second strike for Kovaca, no 2 count. Pitcher's count, as they say. Fuller looking for her 3rd strikeout. And that pitch is knocked towards the gap, towards left field, as Kovaca will take off to first and will get no farther. And that's a single for Abby Kovaca. As Sarah Donahue set to take the plate as James comes in for Kovaca. And Fuller with the first pitch of this at-bat. And straight down the middle for a strike. Great pitch there by Fuller. Caught Donahue looking. And just outside, second pitch is. And tying run on first. If they can get them farther. No outs in this inning yet. And that one's tipped foul. Championship game, a lot on the line for this one. Fuller with the pitch, and that one's knocked towards the gap, towards left center. And another base for James and Donahue. Well, Donahue, a base. Say a single for Donahue. And 2 runners on with no outs. Huntley finding themselves in quite the bind, except they've gotten out of one just like this earlier in this game before. So, can't count them out just yet. Aubrey Miller up to the plate. And the first pitch is wide. And the runners are going to advance. Donahue to second and James to third. And no time for a throw as the catcher was chasing after a pitch they could not handle. A 1-0 count, runners on second and third. Tying run at third, leading run at second. And Miller hits that one, puts it into play, and the pitcher can't quite get it in the throw to first. And they're going to call her safe at first, I think, and she thinks. And the run drove in for the Sluggers, makes this a tie ball game. As Donahue was driven in, only 1 out. I'm sorry, no outs. I'm sorry, that was James for Kovaca who was driven in. And currently on third is Donahue. And they are, in fact, going to call Miller out. She will head back to the dugout. And number 33, Lily Perocho, up to the plate. Only 1 out. And a strike for Jessica Fuller. And that one is launched out towards the gap at right field and can't be handled by the fielder. And the throw will be made back into the infield, but not before the Sluggers take the leading run. They're now up 3-2 as Sarah Donahue gets driven in. And one out with Perocho on first. And this will be Ariana Gonzalez at the plate and hits that one. And the pitcher will take that one. The throw to first is out. So while Perocho gets an extra base, Gonzalez grounds out. Giselle Ramos, runner on second. And that one will be ruled foul, as Perocho will have to come back. The Sluggers lead this one 3-2. As that pitch is way high, and Perocho's going to come to third and will not try home. Another stolen base for Perocho. And a 1-1 count for Ramos. Sluggers can extend their lead if Perocho gets driven in, and she'll dive back at third before the pickback. A 2-1 count. Bottom of the sixth, 2 outs. Here's this one, will be going to 7 as previously guessed. And Ramos tips this one off, foul. And a 2-2 count with 2 outs. Scoreboard is full of 2s. It's also the Red Raiders score, and the Sluggers lead them by 1. And that one's a little short. Lead to a full count for Giselle Ramos. And if you're Fuller, you can give up a walk here. One thing you can't give up is a hit. You get a hit, it's very likely that Perocho will run back in. Not a given, but very possible, as that one's tipped foul. And another one tipped foul. It seemed there was some confusion among the fans, some thinking it's a dropped third strike. Two outs, full count.
Just so everyone's aware, I am ready for the wireless on-camp, not wireless,
This is the 8th pitch of the at-bat.
set up
And Ramos will walk. And the Red Raiders in a bit of trouble here as they trail by 1 with 2 runners on. And number 12, Brandy Meineke up at the plate. And taking off is Ramos, and catcher cannot make the throw. So a stolen base for Ramos. First time on base in this game. And now we have a runner on second and third. 2 outs and a 1 count. And that one is knocked towards the second baseman and the easy throw to first, as Perocho and Ramos left stranded, as the inning will come to a close. We're through 6, and the Sluggers hold a 3-2 lead. We will be back right after this short break.
One that is trained, reliable, trustworthy, someone who has been serving the Elgin community and is a Factory Bryant certified company. Look no further. Custom Heating and Cooling have been serving the Elgin area for over 20 years, and it would be our pleasure to serve you.
One thing that I think makes us special is that we go the extra mile for each and every one of our customers. From the time the phone rings, booking of the appointment, to our technician showing up, to the job being completed, we do whatever it takes to make sure that our customers are 100% satisfied.
Custom Heating and Cooling focuses on you and your needs, and we won't rest until you're satisfied. From maintenance to installations, Custom has you covered. Call 847-622-7483 to schedule your service today. Custom Heating and Cooling, trained, reliable, trustworthy.
We are back at the Huntley Red Raiders I-90 Invite Fast Pitch Softball Tournament here at Judson University in the great city of Elgin, Illinois, my hometown. I'm Logan Franz, and it's the thing that books and movies are written about. One run separates these two teams at the top of the 7th. A 3-2 game as the Red Raiders, with their backs against the wall, to try to keep this one alive. And now that I'm done being dramatic, Claire Lieb up to the plate for the Red Raiders. And a swing and a miss. It's 1 strike. 8 more to end this game here for the Sluggers. And Lieb hesitates. And that one is called a ball. We are at a 1-1 count. Huntley with the come from behind win in the last game. It's not unheard of to potentially do the same thing here, as Lieb is the second ball. And a 2-1 count here in the top of the 7th. And a swing and a miss leads to another strike and a 2-2 count. And a ball as the count is now full for Claire Lieb. Miller still in the circle. Miller with the pitch and swing and a miss. And Lieb strikes out. Strikes out swinging for Miller's 5th strikeout of the day. Great performance by her so far, as Huntley hasn't even scored a run since the first inning. And Fuller up to the plate. First pitch is a ball. Sun continues to go down and continues to get darker and darker here as the lights are on at the stadium. And that's a strike. Great pitch by Miller. With every strike, the drama intensifies. It's Huntley with their backs against the wall. Need to drive in a run in order to keep this game alive. And another ball. Fuller walked her last at-bat. And a ground out in the first at-bat. As that's a strike, Fuller looks upset. Thought that was a ball, and she was looking. Miller now with a chance to strike out 2 batters in this inning. And the pitch is out. And that is a ball. And we will have a full count. Huntley would love a walk here. Love to get someone on base. Can't score until someone's on base. And a swing and a miss. And the second strikeout for Aubrey Miller of this inning. The 5th of the game, if my math is right. Sorry, 6th of the game. Incredible performance by Aubrey Miller, especially with the backs against the wall. Well, I shouldn't say backs against the wall, but with a chance to end this game here. First pitch up for Smythe is a ball. could be the last batter up for Huntley. 2 outs. And the pitch is fouled as Huntley is down to their final 2 strikes. Only one team can get their storybook ending tonight. Who's it going to be? 1-1 count for Smythe. Miller with the pitch. And a swing and a miss on a low pitch. Looked like she could have looked at that one and would have stayed a ball, but unfortunately for her, she swung. And a 1-2 count, and the Red Raiders are down to the last strike. As that one is a ball. This is the definition of backs against the wall for the Red Raiders. It's on the shoulders of Smythe, Lauren Smythe. And that one is tipped foul. Keeping this at-bat and this game alive with that foul ball. And that ball flies out towards right field, but is foul. Way foul. As Smythe continues again to keep this alive. 7th pitch of the at-bat. And Miller can put this one away with a strike. And she will not. It will be a ball. And the count is full coming into the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Miller can't let it get in her head. Huntley with level walk here. Anything but a strike. And that one is tipped off. Foul. A dramatic 9-pitch at-bat to potentially end this game. Drama picks up with every ball that gets tipped foul. And that one is a ground out to first. And that one will do it here, folks. A great performance by Aubrey Miller. 6 strikeouts in this game, 2 of them in the final inning, to bring the Sluggers to a 3-2 win over the Huntley Red Raiders. And the handshake line, one of the great traditions. As this one is over, and the Sluggers of Schaumburg take out the Huntley Red Raiders by a score of 3-2. Before we head away, I would like to give a big shout out to all of our sponsors. Bear Family McDonald's, Custom Heating and Cooling of Chicagoland, featuring sales, installation, 24-hour emergency services. Darryl Barnes Photography, and Tom the Plumber Inc. And as the medals come out for the Illinois Sluggers, I'd like to give big thank yous to all the men and women working behind the scenes to make this broadcast possible. To my partners today, Patrick Herrian and Johnny Jazarowski. This would not be possible without all of them. And as the medals get handed out, I am Logan Franz, signing off.
Yeah, right?
going on to hold the cable.
Can we take
And
down
she's
or
like,
what?
okay. She started walking around the fence, grabbed the thing, started going.
Take down?
She didn't help me.
I was just moving in the stream. Is that draw yet or no? It's up, but I don't get on the stream. I don't know what he's doing. It's not working. That's what it's doing. Oh, I see it in here. It's right there.
Oh, it's in the...
Is it on the feed? No, I don't know what he's doing.
Just your piece. Something right there. I'll tell you that's his nightmare, right? And then they use commercials. She works very well. She's so... They're taking a pic with the drone now. And like, listen to everything that's told her. Actually, listen to this one. Like, shout to her. Yes. Yes. We're so good. Yes. What? I was scared to death. His dad. Look, he's leaving too. Look at the voice. The guy's going. No, I gotta go. Look at his background. Hey. Bye-bye, loser. Not how we go. No, wait, turn the computer on. Like, this is the other one. You can't. Did you say shut sunflower? I'll just ask him through the window. He'll definitely say it. I don't want to try too many more times. I don't get locked out. Erickson, catch.
You're in the stream.
Yeah, sure.